viewers.
We are back with Caps Talks episode 4.
I'm Priya.
And I'm Maitri Jha.
And we are the Curious Capsize.
And today we have with us the man who conducted 3 days long workshop. And the special part is he had the same energy and enthusiasm throughout. We welcome you, Mr. Tony V. Francis.
Thank you so much.
Ooh.
I feel welcome. Yeah, I do.
So, okay, starting foremost, like today only we ended our workshops and it was very beneficial and fun for us. How was your experience throughout?
You know what? In Christ, I feel at home. This may be my first visit to the NCR campus, but I've had the absolute spectacular honor of doing workshops in your Bangalore campuses. I think Yashwantpur, Kengeri, and the third being the old Hosur Road campus. That's where it's been. But yet, there is a common culture between all the campuses, and there's also that uniqueness that comes with each cohort of students that's there. This has been spectacular because 3 full days, and I remember folks coming up and saying, "Are you not tired?" And I was just reflecting, am I tired? I did not feel tired. It's because, as I said, and I said this always, it's not a one-way thing. It wasn't a lecture that I was doing over here, it was an experiential workshop. And therefore, when you are giving something, you're also getting something. And when that getting is also fruitful and absolutely fruitful, and there's a certain energy levels which are matching, your game goes up. And these were 3 days of folks engaging, asking some tough questions, sometimes even pushing you a little further. And you think, hey, what just happened? And then you're also pushing further. You're just so high. I think I've been high in the last 3 days on dopamine. I've been getting these nice little kicks. But 3 fabulous days, yeah. It's been super special.
That is from our side as well. It was super amazing. We have never had such a workshop before. Like
That
this
is so
long.
true.
Really?
Yeah.
It was the
And
first
we
time.
enjoyed it. We enjoyed it
And
throughout.
it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes. So, it was an honor for us also to have you on our campus. What I would like to know from you now is that how has your journey been from working in Red FM and then penning down a book, The Autograph Seeker, and now you're the director of Play LLP. So how has that journey been?
It was beyond Red FM for sure because it began with Radio City, my first job. Because when companies were coming to campuses, there was these insurance companies that were big, and then there was these credit card companies, and I'm thinking I will now make it there for even a day. And so then suddenly these placement offices are putting up these posters saying that so and so is placed, Karthik and Mehta is placed in Unibic Biscuits, XYZ. The tension builds up. At the same time, I know that I can't be in these places. Fortunately, Star, who had just finished a superb show called KBC, decided to enter the radio space. And they were competing with Radio Mirchi, which was Times of India group. And there was a competition as to who will start their first station. And the first station in India was in Bangalore, right at the time when I was passing out. So I go to my placement office, and I must thank the university that I'm part of. Alliance University, I must acknowledge it away. I know this is Christ University, etc. But very, very grateful to those folks that the placement officer and the dean actually went into the Radio City office and said, "There's a person, his name is Tony V. Francis. He's got some radio experience as some part-time OB job, but he wants to work over here. He's willing to work for free." Without even asking me, they said that he'll work for free. Just put him in, give him something. And here I go there. I think in about 6 months, of course I was given some bare minimum thing, but it became a nice long journey with Radio City. Did about 4 years there, moved to Red FM, became the station director. There too, of course, there were tough periods there. I hope to be asked those questions as to what happened in Red FM also. But having said that, I think I went through the radio wave. Now each industry has a wave. So when you ride the wave, when it's new, it's great. Now when the wave had reached a point where the podcasts were coming in, things were getting digitized, that's when fortunately a former colleague called me to Group M, the world's largest media investment company. It's part of WPP, to join one of their earlier divisions called Matrix. So then the journey moved from radio to all mediums, because Group M is now dealing with all the mediums: radio, television, print, digital, everything. So that's how the journey was. So I think what I'm trying to say over here is that join an industry, but don't be wedded to it. See how things are moving. Learn. There are enough transferable skills. So when the time is right, kind of move into that piece. But great question. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so we'll like to reveal something now that we both are also writers. We love writing. So coming to that, our next question is based on your novel, The Autograph Seeker. We wish to know how did you came up with the idea of writing in historical fiction rather than writing an entrepreneurial book or self-help book?
Yeah. Self-help book, I don't take myself too seriously. The thing about writing is you write for yourself. Not because writing is in vogue. Everybody is writing, I'll also write. This is all I could do, and therefore I wrote. And if you might remember, I had mentioned to, I think you were also there in the workshop that I used to keep a diary when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And so the diary was there, which was great. Then there was also this discovery of a story of my school, which is St. Xavier's, Calcutta, where this book had a cover, and it was not a book, the postal stamp that the government of India released through the postal department had the picture of my school. It didn't look like my school. It looked like a theatre, something else. That's when I discovered it was a theatre. And so I thought, let me just write a little story about that. And it went on. It became too dark, too gloomy, because there is this British officer whose wife is in love with an Indian who's on stage, etc. It got a little dark. And I thought, let's just make it a little more lighter. And I introduced my own character called Tony into the book. So here I am, the autograph seeker, and the boy who is narrating the discovery of the story is Tony, because he likes collecting autographs. I like collecting autographs myself. So here you have Mr. Bachchan's autograph starting, Shah Rukh Khan's, and the others coming in. Then all I had to do was collect these three things: the book, my own story from school, and the autographs. The book from the point of view. That's what creativity is. It's about creativity is nothing but connecting the dots, or the creation of possibilities. So it just began in some way, and then it took shape and it took form. And as Mr. Rajkumar Hirani says, you write for yourself. If nobody else likes it, at least one person will like it.
Yeah.
Who?
You.
Yeah. So that's the reason why that book even came out. After that, what happened was a different story, but I never knew all that would happen. But I think I know I have this habit of just going on and on and on. But the bottom line really is you write for yourself. So that was what I thought I was good at, and I wrote accordingly.
So to all the budding writers, write for yourself.
Well, you covered my next question about Rajkumar Hirani's advice to you, but I want to know that how relevant do you think it is right now for you, and also to the writing culture and the publication culture, how relevant it is? If we just write for ourselves, there is also a doubt of not connecting or relating it to a larger audience. And I would like to...
First of all, I think we are living in a world where very few people can make a living out of writing. So writing is not your bread and butter. It is a nice luxury passion. Yeah. It is almost journaling in many ways. And again, these 3 days, what I have at least communicated is that let's get journaling back. That's my new mission in life. I want to be the patron saint of journalism or journaling in the world. Get journaling back, because writing is in many ways just that. Your thoughts are putting it there. And here is a massive author who told me once that, you know what, a writer is somebody who walks in the middle of the road without clothes, because you're just revealing yourself completely. In the end, the reader knows, you know what, the complexes, the insecurities, the pride, everything it'll reflect in the work. So it's a very selfish act. And therefore, if you're thinking of, I'll become a writer and I'll become famous and then I'll be invited everywhere. I know so many authors who wrote that one book and can't write the next one. And they just live out of the first one because they just want that popularity. Hey, someone like, I wrote a book, I want to be part of the lead scene, etc. That's not the objective. Write for yourself, put it out there. If it works, people pick it up and do it. It's a extremely cathartic, personal act. And therefore, writers, if you're writing for yourself.
Well, I have a follow-up question for that. In 2 of your interviews, I observed that you believe, I think it is prevalent also, and you also believe in the idea that in India we have more of writers than readers.
Correct.
Why is that so?
Same factor. Reading has taken a backseat,
Yeah.
big time. We want snappy content. I don't blame it, because today video is a new literature. It's acknowledged. Anurag Kashyap says that. In fact, after I became an author, I was taken to the Geo Mami festival. It's called a marketplace where you put your book over there in your table, and then there are the content producers will come, speak with you, know about your book. So the Netflix and the Amazons of the world will come and speak to you and do it. In the end, they want to obviously take that and put it into the screen, and that is a fact. Video has become the new literature. At the same time, like I mentioned, journaling, there's nothing like your imagination becoming your entertainment. Because when you're reading, you are there as Joan of Arc walks through the icy deserts, or whatever, and then the feeling, you're there. You imagine it. You imagine the clothes that she's wearing. You imagine her, the feeling, and that can stimulate you. So it's a very healthy thing to read. So I also believe that the authors themselves also have a duty to make it accessible. There is somebody who shares a common editor, and that's Chetan Bhagat. Now his editor and my editor is the same. It's Shiny Anthony. What I like about Chetan is the fact they will go to any literary scene, they'll say, oh, Chetan Bhagat, this is all trashy, this and that. But that man has been able to make it possible for people to pick up books. My mom never read books, but if she had a Chetan Bhagat book comes up, she'll pick it up. She says the language is very simple, it is fast, it's dialogue based. So I think it's also the duty of the author, instead of complaining no one's reading anymore, figure out ways to now reach out to an audience who should start reading. Yeah, that's my take.
Thank you.
I don't even remember the question, but I just thought I must put it out there. It's a duty of the author.
Yeah, I mean, I felt these were some great reflections from the author's point of view. Yeah.
Okay, so coming back to the workshop we had, I'm sticking to that point like forever because it was a once in a lifetime experience.
I'm really enjoying this, thanks.
So like during the hack workshop, the highly adaptable professional, for the people who don't know about it, you were like a magician because you had these many cards with so many prompts and photos, and it was so beautiful that we had to relate with them and write about it, all of that. What was the artistic idea behind it? How did you come up with such cards?
Thank you. Thank you. This is important because in the end I'm a salesperson at heart. I don't even know what I am really. So my last stint at working for someone else was Group M, and then I began this company called Play. We're a product and services company in the L&D space, learning and development space. I say product because we have a bunch of collaborators, and we come up with this fantastic tool, which on camera I shall say is scientific and not magic. There's no tota that comes and picks it up. This is how the tool really looks. It's called the thinking game, and it's got a bunch of pictures and words. It also has a mat. It uses perhaps the principles of Edward de Bono, the 6 thinking hats. So there are questions which give you prompts, and the pictures, which also has a word in it, it triggers your right brain and your left brain. So you think this is magically happening, and 3 series of questions, but what's happening is that you're seeing the same issue from different points of view. So you put an issue, you take an issue, you put it over there, and you take these 3 cards, place it upside down, preferably, and then you pick up each card and reflect. What happened in the past? What am I going through currently? What are the things that can possibly happen with this? These cards give you these triggers. It makes you feel something, because this is India. Now we love our images. Look at our gods and goddesses and the posters of, we are transformed before images.
Relate with the images more.
Absolutely. The colors and everything else. And that's what this does. Just the same question, that image triggers something, and you see a whole new perspective of the same problem. But most importantly, the objective is also not just to get these perspectives, but do something about it. And therefore, the extension of this activity is that what will I now do with the new perspectives in the next 24 hours, the next 7 days, the next 30 days. That is the end goal really.
The reflection about
Absolutely. And going back to what I am now, if you also remember, I mentioned that amateurs have a job, experts have
Business.
You forgot.
Business.
Experts have? You forgot. Cause. Experts have a cause. Amateurs have a job. It's okay.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay. Do that once again. I'm so sorry. That was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Okay.
Oh God, this is going to be in camera forever. Your digital footprint is going to be there forever.
It's okay, it is also going to be a memory.
It's also going to be a memory. You're playing along so well. Yeah. Thank you so much for all this. How do you guys tolerate me for 3 days? Yeah. As I mentioned, amateurs have a job, experts have a cause, and my cause really is to get journaling back into people's lives. If that can happen, if this can be taken to a different level, I just want people to just start journaling. It's the same thing as writing. People just don't say that. I want to write. Basically, what I want to do is journal your story, your life. That's what I want to do with the thinking game and the tool that we've created at Play. And we are very, very, very proud of it.
It's something to be proud of. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
It gives you genuine reflection about your problem. The problem statement that you put it on the paper. It gives you genuine reflection.
You played it, is it?
Yeah, I did.
It worked for you?
Yeah, it did. It was very. I mean, I could relate. I could find the pattern in my problems.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, at one point while I was turning up the cards to see, it was like, okay, this is exactly what has happened and exactly what I'm doing and exactly what is
Same for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll happen to all the things that possibly go through because it's you doing all the work.
So basically, we are the musicians ourselves. You're just the tricky points to draw.
Absolutely. Obviously, it's curated in a certain way, but yeah.
So, since you have had an amazing journey of being an entrepreneur, doing some artistic things like theatre, writing a book and everything, you must be having a lot of aspiration as a 20-year-old Tony V. Francis, because we both have, and the viewers must also be having a lot of aspirations. So I want to know the magic mantra for you to achieve all your aspirations that you had once you were a 20-year-old.
When I'm most nervous, when the big billion sale happens and sale is going on, everything is there, I don't know what to buy. And I get a lot of peace when I know what I want.
Oh.
I know what I want, then there is peace. I have no idea what I want is when I'm most stressed. Then I'm just wasting time checking, I don't want this, I don't want this. It's a little too expensive. But if I want something and know this is what I want now, even if it's a little expensive also, at least I can decide yes or no. So perhaps my weaknesses were I was blessed with weaknesses. Because I know I can't do these things. I know what I can't do. So these are things that are available for you. Let me just stretch myself and then do these things also. And in that thing also, there's a certain energy. I never tell people, just follow your passion. See, we have multiple passions, yeah. I was speaking to the lady who plays golf. And she was, I forgot her name. I'm sorry. This wonderful participant for the workshop. She says she plays golf. She does this, she does that. A whole lot of things. And she's still happy at the end of the day. So basically, she has multiple passions. I would say follow your energies. If this is giving me energy, just follow that. And the next. Because I can't say I'll be passionate about radio all my life. Or with Group M and all that we did for media all my life. Or with this also all my life. Something else will come up. By default, because blessed with all the iniquities and those people's... Abhi bhi aa rahe hain, people's. Yeah, and all the insecurities and all the thinness and all that. Perhaps my options were limited, and within those options I knew this. I think this is something that I can do well, and I went after that. So that's the advice to the 20-year-old. What works for you, at least figure out what you want.
Yeah.
Be determined instead of somebody else's passion, and I think you're home. That's a discovery. No one has a formula. Yeah. We all have our own journeys and our own stories.
Yeah.
There's no real formula there. But I would tell a 20-year-old fellow, "Theek hai, not bad. Pretty okay for yourself. You survived. You managed to do whatever you wanted, wherever possible, in spite of everything else." What questions, yeah?
Thank you. Well, I think all this was quite deep and heavy. Now let's move on to the fun part.
Deep and heavy.
I felt so. I think.
I'm having a great time. Go on.
I mean, it was great reflections,
Like heavy in a
but
positive way.
yeah, positive.
Okay, theek hai. Okay.
But to make the mood a little lighter, let's move to the fun rapid fire round.
Yes. So we'll be.
Who's Karan Johar over here?
Me.
You're Karan Johar.
Yeah.
You're Karan and this is Johar.
Yeah.
Haan,
But
Karan,
I
aap
won't be
bataiye.
giving you any coffee. We'll just do it with water.
Pani.
And no hampers for this interview, sorry.
Yeah, so this is just Mathri with water. Okay. So.
Water with Mathri.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry.
Arey, sorry for what?
For the pun made wrong.
Yeah.
whatever message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Message ही बताइए.
Okay. So the first is I'll go very fast. And let's.
Because rapid fire.
Yeah. So books or Rasgulla?
Rasgulla, the one which is it happens in Calcutta.
Yeah,
Oh, mama!
Rasgulla,
No. In Calcutta during winters, they make this Rasgulla with gur. That's what die for. The normal Rasgulla, but the gur wala Rasgulla, na? It's gur means what? Yeah, jaggery. The brown one, jaggery.
Yeah.
Those to die for.
Wow.
An ordinary book that also from Mithai, Bebagan, Calcutta.
We know the address now. Noted.
Mithai, Bebagan, Calcutta.
Okay.
Pay me.
Okay. Rasgulla or plum cake?
The plum cake. Because plum cake is an emotion. The memories of Christmas, and sharing. It's an emotion.
Durga Puja or Christmas?
Durga Puja and Christmas in Calcutta. Or neither.
Okay. So the Calcutta is the.
Yeah. It has to be there.
Okay. And
Because
lastly-
it's celebrated with equal fervor in that city.
So it's like the city decides.
The city makes it both so grand. You have to be there in Calcutta for Christmas or Durga Puja.
Okay, we'll surely be there when we get time.
If you invite us over.
Chalo, let's all go together. Let's go.
Okay, lastly, an autograph seeker or play LLB?
Both are different milestones. This is another big milestone. I'm on a huge high. I thought after play, why is the next book coming out? But then so I realized that I'm a creator.
Yeah.
I'm not a writer, or I'm not a radio guy person or a salesperson. I'm a creator. I like to create things. So this is a creation. The book is a creation. The speech that you create or the 3-day